And our presentation this evening is not speaking to a slide per se, because we have a tough act to follow, so fortunately mine is not speaking to the slide. But we're going to give you a little bit of reflection of what we did during the course of the year, so you get tired of us speaking. We go about 10 minutes. You're welcome to watch the video instead. But I'm going to hand over to Richard as we go to the slide.
Let me start by introducing my team, because I'm having my team here. My deputy principal, Mrs. Fuller. Should be Mrs. Festy. I would like to thank you, Elvima, for providing me with Mrs. Fuller. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Richard Sonkwala, principal of Motherwell High School. As you can see the name, it is located at Motherwell. The school was established in 1992, and I joined that institution in 2002 as the deputy principal, and I became a principal in 2007. Back then we had a learner population of 460. Currently we're standing at 1,050. We're drawing most of our learners, probably 80% of them, from the informal settlement areas of Motherwell High School, where these learners are staying with their grandparents and were struggling a lot. Some of them are heading their homes. Now, nonetheless, this evening, I'm not going to dwell on the history of that institution, but I'm going to talk about the impact of this project in our school. Now, firstly, I will touch on personal growth as the principal of that institution. Now, I attended 3 workshops. That is 1, time to think, flawless consulting, and community building. Now, what were the benefits to me as the leader and lately to the educators and the learners in our institution? Now, I've grown as a leader. You know, I was looking at the first workshop I attended, the time to think. It changed me as the leader of that institution because I learned certain skills, like 1, the value of appreciation. You know, when I'm approaching my teachers previously, I would take for granted that they were supposed to do that. But when I attended that workshop, then I went back to my school, and then I said, I need to appreciate each and everything that is being done by my educators. And you won't believe, it changed things in my institution to the better. Then the second one, paying attention. You know, I don't know whether it was age or what, you know. I had that tendency, if somebody is in my office, you know, whilst he's speaking, I would interfere and interrupt. Now, when I attended that workshop, I learned the skill of listening. Let the person talk. Then thereafter, you can contribute. Then on the second one, community building. We are at Motherwell, and you know the crime rate in our area is very high. But when I came back from the workshop, I said, okay, I need to take my community around the school on board. What did I do? Then the first step was to let the soccer club use our soccer field. That was the first step. And then we said we need to start a community garden. You know, during weekends when they are playing in those fields, there are no longer break-ins in our institution because they are looking after that school. Then we took part in the Coca-Cola recycling project last year. You know, our community was so supportive. As a result, at the end of the day, we were the national champions. We won 64,000. Now, when we started in January, then we were allocated partners. I thought, now I'm going to relax. I don't want to lie, ladies and gentlemen. At that stage, we were very under pressure because we were at 52%. Then I said, there is this partner. I'm sure he's going to solve all my problems. To my surprise, you know, what I learned from that is that one, when you are sitting together, the first step is the mutual respect. He respected me as the principal of the school, and I respected him as the manager from Sage. In our first meeting, I said, Garth, I'm sitting with a problem here. I'm having 6 vacancies post-level 1, and I don't have my deputy principal. Then I looked at him. No, he remained calm and said, what are you going to do? Then I started to ask myself, what is this all about? But you know, Garth taught me that one, he was not there to solve problems for me, but he was there to assist me to solve those problems. And he did that successfully. Thank you very much, Garth, for that. I know you are working under very challenging conditions in your workplace, but you find time to come to Motherwell High School and assist us to take that institution forward. Thank you very much. Now, the impact into the learners and educators. Now, I'm sure the skills that I learned here changed the environment and the atmosphere in our school. You know, there was this positive environment in our school. Teachers were keen to work on their own. They started to conduct morning classes and afternoon classes. You know, as a leader, you can change things in your institution, and you can spoil things in your institution. But now the growth I gained by joining this Partners for Possibilities program changed the institution, and 2, we're fully involved now in extracurricular activities. Athletics, we were there, we're playing rugby towards the end of last year, netball teams, they are there, we're participating in cross-country. The teachers are so keen now to work. That's why I'm saying, as a leader, I've grown since I joined this Partners for Possibility program. Now to our learners, I'm sure there I will involve Xenex. Xenex, thank you very much. Now we're offering computer application technology as a subject in our institution. But now, what is happening is that our learners who are doing mathematics, physical sciences, can use the computers after school, working on their own, you know. Thank you very much. The grade 12s are coaching our grade 11s and our grade 10s. And we can see the change that is taking place in our institution. Thank you very much, Xenex, for that. I'm sure now I'm nearing the end because we're told that you must take only 5 minutes. Xenex, you know, last week, I'm sure for 2 days, I attended a workshop on Triple D. You know, I was exposed to Triple D by Xenex. I can now sit in my office and analyze everything using that Triple D. You know, initially, when we were uploading material, your secretary would just give you a paper and sign, not knowing what is contained inside that program. But now, when you open that program, you can see, 1, what is happening on learner attendance, educator attendance. Now I can analyze and link why is the performance of a certain educator in a particular subject taking place like that. Because I can say, say, we were absent for so many years, just by clicking that button. 2, last week I was in a position already to identify the learners that are at risk at grade 12, and we need to work out a program. Then those efforts are through you. Thank you very much. Gillian, you are such a wonderful lady. You are a motivator. and you are contributing a lot to our education. I'm sure if God can bless you, and I'm sure April is near, I wish you everything and every success in your marriage. Thank you very much.
My name is Garth. I'm from Sage, South Africa. Sage is a multinational that has in excess of 13,000 employees across the world. We play in the software market. We develop the payroll and HR software as well as accounting software. And the Sage Foundation is a body that was formed out of Sage, funded by Sage, to invest into the communities within where we make our money. In other words. So through the Sage Foundation, I was fortunate to be part of the circle, and very fortunate to be partnered with Richard in the circle. So just to reflect on my experience during the past year, it might have been a bit different to some others where there were different levels of implementation or projects, but I was blown away and realized I was horribly underqualified for what was lying ahead. We sat there that first day and pleasantries had passed and we had a cup of tea and we were eating a biscuit, and Richard started listing the problems. Where do I start? The calm look on my face was not reflecting what was happening. 6 vacancies, no deputy principal. He was teaching himself, classes of up to 60 learners, massive pressure from the department, from all angles, to improve the pass rate. Oh, good gracious, how do we do this? I have challenges, I have steep targets in the corporate world, but I appoint someone. And I can appoint someone like this to say, chase, run. I can kick him under the bum if he doesn't get it done. So I thought, how do you do this? How do you get to achieve these goals and you're really so far behind on resources? And I went away from that meeting thinking, oh my word, I hope Gillian can help me out with this one. And she just kept on saying, remember, you're not there to solve it all, just there to provide advice. And that's what we did. And through the process and the COPs and the time to think, we slowly started building a trust relationship between Richard and myself, a closer affinity to what's happening in the school, and suddenly we started seeing things happening. We got appointments, although they were temporary. They were then commuted and converted to full-time positions later on the year, and suddenly we started having resources and things started happening. So to bring back to my first meeting, I thought, good gracious, I thought we all knew what goes on in education. It's easy to stand on your high horse and say, the education system is broken. Our dear Mr. President, past and present, please make a plan. But it's not that easy when you're actually in the quagmire and you're trying to find your way through. So that was a real personal and difficult trip for me over the past year. I would travel to East London quite often and I'd drive past Blue Water Bay and look across Motherwell and think, oh my word. How are we going to get this? But luckily every trip became better and better. And slowly we started to see some traction, which was really enriching. And I'd like to then just bring the man of the moment to the fore. What Richard achieved this past year was remarkable. His absolute dogged determination to see it through was amazing. There was never once any question of, I don't know how I'm going to get there. His response was, Garth, we're going to get there. This chasm that we're going to cross, I don't know how. We're going under, we're going over, not too sure, but we're going to get there. And every time we spoke, his positivity, his outlook on life in general was just fantastic. His contribution in our COPs, he'd be very quiet, but when he said something, it was so impactful. Everyone said, wow, sure. So I'd like to congratulate you, Richard, on this year that you've achieved. The achievements that came out of that school are amazing. The staff are motivated. There's a buzz in the learners as you walk around. The activity in the school from when I was first there on the first day to meetings later on is amazing. A more engaged school, more engaged educators, a national award with a handsome sum of money in the back pocket, and almost 20% increase on the matric pass rate from 20%. I had a very difficult 2017 in my corporate world. We faced many challenges, and yet here next to me, my partner was just striding ahead. What motivation! So congratulations and thank you for your support. The roles were often where I had to take support away from you. Then I'd like to just reflect on the Partners for Business Possibility program as a whole. I went through the State Leadership Development Program. It's quite an intense program. We'll spend many days in many workshops. And yes, they're very effective and they're fantastic, but I have to commend the 3 interventions that we did in this program. They are very personal. They bring you down to some points where you cringe. I'm steely, I'm cold, I'm a corporate captain. I don't tell you any of my emotional stuff, but it broke you down to a community of this circle, which was amazing. It's something I've never experienced before, and I need to commend the program developers in that. As well as the COPs that we attended, it was so nice to meet the other partners and the principals. Eventually, it was you missed it. I missed one in November, which I had a scheduling issue, and I felt left out. That term FOMO that our youth use was horrible. So congratulations to the program. It is really fantastic, and we certainly will be brand ambassadors of it going forward. To the Zenix Foundation for supporting your principals and for the massive job you're doing in maths, English and science. It is a commendable effort, and we can see it in just this one circle what the impact is in our schools. We certainly wish you well for your future endeavours. And then to my Sage Foundation for fitting my bill. I do appreciate that they've invested in me as a leader and prepared to invest in our education, which I feel very strongly about, and I'm glad my own company has also got that trend. And then just to close with some personal thanks. Gillian, thank you very much. We know you've also had some interesting, tough times during the course of the year. You also stayed the course, and you kept us together. Always arrived with a smile. Always a don't worry, it'll be okay. Don't fix it, just help. So, thank you very much, and we appreciate it, and we wish you luck with the rest of your partnership with the program. And I'd like to congratulate all the partners and the principals on your years. What we've seen so far is fantastic. The achievements in whatever level and whatever function in the various schools have been amazing. The friendships that have been developed between the principals and the partners is just fantastic. There's not a single piece of animosity or regret through any of you. So congratulations, it's been a fantastic year, and I thank you for your support. Thank you.